I added Copilot and little bit want to change the code with it. Let's see what can I do. First of all, I need to probably change the packages. And I would do first, I would create service. I would create DTO. Nice. I need also controller. Config package. Okay, let's move on and add them to the packages. Actually, I would leave them here for now. It is config. Yeah. Okay, better I would add DAO, not DTO. No, I don't need DTO. Okay. After that, I can ask, what can I do next? Currently, I want to change this here. And let's see, what can we do? So to make this more production friendly, you need to use DTO for request response, avoiding exposing entity user directly. Validation for request by the validation, handle exceptions globally. And then instead of returning null or not found, for not found, probably I need to add advice here for that. And this is what it suggests me to return. UserDto instead of wildcard. Log important actions, add logging. Let's see. I don't see any improvement. Create UserDto, update service to use DTOs, add validation annotation UserDto. Let's see. Okay. Let me create UserDto. And I want to move it to DAO. It's coming from how to add dependency. Okay, let's do that. Okay, it's loaded, and currently update user expects the UserDto. Let's change it. So probably I will need to take those fields and put there. I would add notations necessary for this. For now, it's probably better to use record. So using record is a good choice for simple data queries like UserDto in Java 16+. It reduces boilerplate and is immutable by default. Here's how we can refactor. Let's try. Okay, I changed this part. Probably I need to add throw an exception back. UserDto. And also I need to return probably UserDto. And in that case, probably I will need to do something else. What can I do for the fix? Let's see what it will suggest. Okay, it suggests me to create new UserDto. Let's see. I think it's not understanding the problem. How can I fix it? The errors indicate that UserDto does not have name email method. Its constructor does not accept user object. To fix, you should add getName and getEmail method to UserDto if they are missing. Use the correct constructor. New user. I have record UserDto. You should access it using accessor method automatically provided by the record. Canonical constructor. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, now it works. Name, email. Okay, and it returns UserDto. Okay, why it's complaining? I think I added them before, but currently let's see. Cannot be imported. Yeah, currently what I've done, I just asked to create me the exception handler, controller advice. Yeah. Specialization of component for classes that declare exception handler. Methods to be shared across multiple controller classes. So probably this is my not found exception that will be thrown, and it will return the response entity object with not found. And that's it. This is what you will have in the response when you will try update not existing user, for example. Yeah. And this is the place. Before it was a runtime exception, you would have general error, but now you will have not found exception, and you made it in centralized place, created exception. So, as you can see, As you can see, to centralized exception handling in your Spring Boot application, use a controller advice. Okay, we created controller advice here. Annotation. And any runtime exception like user not found will be called, and a JSON error response with 404 status will be returned. You can add more exception handler methods for other exception types. Nice, nice. And after that, I created custom exception. And here's the custom exception I saved under exception package. So after that, I replaced in service method. What exactly should be thrown? So in service method will be thrown user not found exception. This one. And that's pretty much. Currently, I want to use DTOs for all service methods. I want to change it and ask it to do it for me. And this approach decouples API from database model and is best practice for larger applications. Let me ask him to give me whole service changed. Okay. I see it replaced UserNotFoundException already everywhere. And currently I see it returns UserDto everywhere. Okay, I would create an interface. UserService. First I can do like this. Okay, nice. Create an interface in service, and let's add override for all of them. Let's set override pull method. Okay, first following on, second following on. Okay, we have declared those methods. Create, get, update, delete. Now, probably I will also need to change controller. Let's ask if it will change. Mirroring looks fine. It suggests me to create constructor. They do. Okay. We kind of using property DTOs, right? Let's see. Can it be even more? Okay. To make your code base more scalable and maintainable, consider this. Use interface and controllers. Inject ISO interface. DTO mapping. Use a dedicated mapping to convert between user and UserDto. Validation and more granular validation to UserDto fields. Consistent API responses. Service separation. Okay, let's go one by one. Use interface and controllers. Use interfaces and controller. Okay, this we can change. Okay, first step is done. Use interfacing controller. Second step, DTO mapping. Use dedicated mapper, abstract. Do this for me. Okay. Let's see. To implement the DTO mapping and user mapping utility class to handle conversions between user and UserDto, update your service to use this mapper. Okay, create user mapper. Update UserServiceImpl. And this separates logic. Let's see. User mapper to DTO. Okay. It maps. It takes from user entity, the values, and puts to UserDto. Okay. Okay, second step done. The next step was add more granular validation. Probably I want to save it somewhere. Okay, I don't have anything in demo. Let's me add it here. So let's add this part. To improve validation, add field level validation annotations to UserDto, not blank email. Okay, I need to change UserDto record. And that's it. Not blank ensures the field is not null or empty. Size restricts the length of the name. Email checks for valid email format. Okay, let's see if it works. Fine. Okay, it works. Probably I will need test after. Okay, what was the next step? The next step was consistent API responses. Use a standard response wrapper for all endpoints. Let's see what does that means. It asks me to create new class. Let's do it. I'm not sure what's the reason, but let's do it. I need new package. Let's narrow it API. Java class. Okay. Let's suppose something like this. And after that, it asks me to update UserController. Endpoints now return consistent response structure. Okay, looks like done. Let's see what is the next step. Split business logic and persistence logic if complexity grows. Let's see. Okay. To separate business logic from persistence, introduce a new layer, user persistence service. Okay, let's say I create new class. I'm saving it there. Everything looks good. And then after that, changing the existing one. And what is use of it? The separation of business logic and persistence logic improves code organization, maintainability, and scalability. Handles all direct interactions with database. Focus on business rules. What if I will need to change DB? Yeah, that makes things more clear. You only need to update or replace the code persistence service and user repository to support the new database. The rest of your application remains unchanged as they interact with the persistence layer through a consistent interface. This design improves flexibility and reduces the impact of database changes on your codebase. That makes sense. Okay, what's next? Pagination. Let's add pagination, if that's possible. Okay, to add pagination, update your service and controller to use Spring Data, Pageable, and rerun page results. Update user service and UserServiceImpl to support pagination. Okay, I need to update user service. Let's do that. Okay, get all users. I need to replay probably. Done. After that, I will replace the UserServiceImpl. Or not, only this method. Suggesting get all users. I can do that. This one. Okay, probably here I need to change this one. Let's see. But next, persistence. Okay, I need to change user persistence service also. Done. What is next? Update user repository. No changes needed. Find all pages is inherited. Okay. Update user controller to accept pagination parameters. Okay, let's see. Summary: clients can now use get users page 0 size 10 to fetch paginated user data. We will check it out afterwards. Okay, let's change Pageable. Should I import it? Okay, this one from Spring Framework data. Let's see how it works. Do I need to run it now? Looks not bad. Probably one step left, and I need to check what exactly left. Okay. I don't remember where I lost it. Okay. I think we already done this. So we done this, right? Create global exception handler. Okay. Handle generic exception. Sounds like something different what I was changed. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I need to go to exception class that I already created before, but you see it's changed. Now it should look a little bit different, but it still has UserNotFoundException, and probably this is not demo API, this is demo exception. Okay, looks like it gives me the proper code base to make some simple. Let's try to run it. It's running, it's working. Let's see. Response file saved. So user not found with ID. At least it's working. Let me check the GET request, and I can check this here in mappings. Users, I need users in browser. Let's see. Pageable information here. Name, email, my tests here. Okay, I don't have IDs because of mapper probably. So probably we want to get the page that it was suggesting me. Let me search it. If that's possible, of course. Now, how to get paginated response? Now I can close them. You can customize the page, blah blah blah. Page size. To get a paginated response, you need to send page and size. So I want this page with size 10. We want page 0 in size 10, in size 2. Let's see. Yeah, it worked. I have only 2 elements. 3, 30. How to not include page information in response. Can I do that? to exclude pagination metadata and only return the list of users, in your response, map the PageUserDto to just its get content. Okay, probably this one. Now I will return not page, but okay, let's check. Yeah, currently it's page, and that's why it's returning all those information. It's a pageable information, size, number, sort. But if you will return its content, for example, you will do something like this. You will return dot content, and here will be a list. And in that case, this one also will be list. So now it will return some different response, not pageable response. Nice. So let's summarize what exactly. Oh, actually, I haven't tested everything, but probably everything should work, right? If I will check put, for example, I will change it to at least I know that I created one more. Yeah, great, at least works. Test, test, test. But regarding put, I don't remember how to change that thing here. Okay, jump to source. Okay, I found it. Right click and jump to source. So here, not the existing, here's the request for put, and we have not existing element like 9, but now I think it's exist. Test change. So if you'll update, it should be somewhere here, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. It's quite easy to create an API currently with this ChatGPT thing. And what exactly I haven't tested there? Of course, there is some additional information about activator, error, users, blah, blah, blah. But get by user ID, I haven't run this one. Let's see. Users 1, 2. Can I... Am I getting my user ID? What's wrong with it? Find by ID. User not found. But there is exception. Let's see what exactly happens. We can see probably in logs. So you see I enabled some proper logging for us. And this is can be configured in where is that? Am I added it? You probably here I added. Show scale, yeah, show scale true. That's not the best thing. It should be added from logger. I haven't still added logger here. It's okay. I can do that in near future. Okay, so what I see is nothing in logs, nothing in logs. Let's debug better. Let's see. Probably it's because of cacheable. I'm trying to retrieve from cache, but I'm not adding anything to cache, and that's kind of problematic. I need to add something to cache. Let me check if I have added anything before. Yeah, let's add actually add caching annotations correctly. Let's see, probably it should add a cache and delete cache, evict cache, and also it should fix everything, I hope. Update cache put. Get cacheable. And also for delete. It's not managing to finish the work. Yeah, let me do that instead of delete cache will be evict. Cache evict. And I will need to give. Okay, it helped. Okay, cache put. What exactly it does? Probably we can write tests for this to understand how it works. I'm not sure if it updates, it just updates the cache, or it is what will be if existing cache. Yeah, I think it should be fine. Oh, actually, we can ask our smart guy. How it works. Simplify explanation. The cache put annotation online for ensures that the update user method is called. The cache named user is updated with latest value for the given ID. This keeps the cache in sync with database after the update. Okay. Does that mean it will replace UserDto with latest? Yes, the cache put annotation on the base will ensure that after the method executes, the cache entry for the given ID is updated. Okay. There is time to leave, etc., but not for now. Okay. Let's see if it works. I would remove all of them because they are not. Not pretty sure about this, but let's see if. No, nothing. Probably I will need to clean first. Yeah. Here are probably a lot of things to fix. For example, this one. Cache name and cache key pageable page. Yeah, let's see. And also probably on cache put I will need to make cache evict also.